Hello, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Today's episode is powered by my sponsor Elgato Gaming and the HD60S Plus. The key lights, the green screen, the multi-mount, all of the good stuff that I am using to record my videos every single day. If you're an aspiring content creator, check down below in the description to a link to my Elgato profile page where you can learn more about these products. So, let's get into the episode. If you'd do me a massive favor right at the start, hit me with a thumbs up. That would be outstanding. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you are new around here and click that notification bell. So, the team sort of looks like this. The Messi SBC came out and it came out with a very, very high price. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. I think that I don't really know what to think about that. It comes in at like 2.1 million, which is probably 500k more than I thought it was maybe going to be. And probably a lot more than what some of you thought it was going to be or whatever. So the one that I own shot up to like 2.4 million. I could have sold him at that point and obviously made the most potential amount of money. But I still don't want to shove that many coins into a Messi SBC. So at this point in time, the plan is keep the Messi that we've got, use him for as long as we possibly want, maybe help with next month's like icon swaps if it's first owner based or something, and then after that, if we're bored with him, if we want to sell him on, then we'll sell him on for whatever price he is at the time. You never know with like Team of the Year Messi, if and when that comes out, or when that comes out, being a 99 Messi, maybe he holds like this ridiculous price and it pushes the next one up. You know, maybe it pushes my one up in terms of because people can't afford the Team of the Year, so they go ahead and get mine. You never know, do you? So we'll figure that out when we come to it, or if we really want to just change teams and like Messi is the thing that can give us the most coins to then buy like a Dalglish or buy like a whoever it is, like a Zidane or something, I don't know, then again, we will cross that bridge when we come to it. But we will be buying a new icon in today's episode. I sort of put it out to Twitter a little bit and obviously mentioned it in yesterday's episode. In the back half of the episode, we talked about like what we could do in terms of squads and players and with what coins we've got to work with and stuff. So that decision has been made today and you will find out in just a second. We're just opening up our marquee matchups rewards, which you know, marquee matchups this week was okay. When you look at the packs, Jumbo Premium Gold Pack, Prime Electrum, Rare Electrum, like there's a couple of alright packs in there, and with the team of the group stage out, it was obviously worthwhile opening them at that point in time. 100% for me. So you never know. You know, I've obviously had great pack luck, packed quite well 3 blue players. So maybe you never know. We could add a 4th to that list, and we can go on from there. So small Prime Electrum, I mean, that's not a great pack. Small Prime Electrum. When there's so many words in it, you just know, like, they're trying to limit me. But yeah, I'm also interested, obviously, with Futmas coming out. You'll know by the time you're watching this a little bit more about what's out in terms of Futmas and stuff. So that's interesting. And of course, we have like the Team of the Year vote out as well. So it was cool to know like which sort of players that we could be expecting and hoping for come January. So another interesting part of FIFA right now. So yeah, you know, there's plenty of stuff going on. If Futmas SBCs are done correctly and done nicely, then it's a good chance for us to get some new blood into the team, get some new players into the squad. Last year, I'm pretty sure, obviously, we did like Futmas Torreira. I'm pretty sure we did Futmas. Did we do Futmas Firmino? I think we actually did. I can't quite remember. And we ended up definitely doing Futmas Thiago Silva, I think it was. So there were plenty of players which were like really good value. That Torreira especially. We get ourselves about 25k's worth of Ederson in marquee matchups. Very, very good pack. Pleased with that. But yeah, I remember Futmas Torreira was like a 20k SBC, and then he came out and was like, got upgraded. He was awesome to start with, and then he got upgraded to an 86, so he was like incredibly well priced for what he was. So let's hope we get similar stuff to that this year. That would, of course, be very nice. So what you're seeing now is Zola going up onto the market. We listed up Zola. I obviously mentioned that was going to happen, and he sold for 700k, which after selling some other stuff left us at 1.1 million. Decent coin total, to be honest. And I put it to you. I put it to you guys on Twitter. I was like, who would you prefer me to use? Would it be 89 Didier Drogba this weekend? So a striker that would obviously then move Neymar back to like LAM, like Lamb, and then obviously have like this potent striker who should be able to finish the ball in Didier Drogba, the mid version. Or would you prefer me to go out for like, try and get like 87 rated Del Piero? Those were the two players that I sort of gave you the option of. And probably about 60-40 in terms of you guys wanted to see Del Piero. So that is the player that we're going to aim for today. It meant that I had to cut the club a little bit more. I could afford Drogba. Drogba's like 850 to 900. Whereas this this Del Piero is over 1.2. So even though Footmas is like here, the night before Footmas came out, I decided that it would be a wise move to gut my club of basically all the rare golds, anything that I had of value, and then spend all of my coins that I have left on one Del Piero item. So let's hope he's good. And then, of course, we know that we can always sell him on. Let's say this ridiculous Footmas card comes out that fits the bill for our team and could be our new cam or striker. Then we know it's probably not going to cost 1 million or 1.2 million like Del Piero is. So you can always sell him on and then do a Footmas SBC and then be left with a lot of coins afterwards, of course. So here you go. We've gutted the club quite a lot. And Del Piero was sort of going between 1.210 and then 1.250. So it was like in between that. So it was getting late at night. One popped up here for 1.229. And I was like, I sort of debated it for a moment and was like, I've got the coins. I can do this. Let's go for it. Let's pick ourselves up 87 rated Del Piero for the Weekend League. And this can be my new striker for the Weekend League. So it's a player which has some very, very, very good stats. But he's also a little bit like Heung-min Son in the way that he's like 4-star skill, 5-star weak foot, and that's also a little bit like Kenny Dalglish, which of course we really love and aspire to get at some point in time. So I also figured it was time to finally move Guardiola down, and that we bought a couple of position cards, moved Guardiola down, moved Del Piero back up. I know that's a bit of a waste of coins, but I would prefer my starting lineup to look like this, just because in your opening attack that means that Del Piero is going forwards as opposed to being in centre mid, and you don't have to try and score a goal with Pep Guardiola. But at the time, of course, we needed it for chemistry back when. So yeah, Del Piero going to get moved up to a striker, and he will actually, in my 4-2-3-1, play as my striker, at least for the start. At least that's where we'll try him out to begin with. Because Neymar can move back to left attacking mid. Knowing how good he was in the draft out wide as like the wide midfielder in the 4-4-2, I think as a left attacking mid, he could obviously offer a lot. And it would be nice to try Del Piero as a striker. Messi obviously at cam. Griezmann as the right-hand side cam that cuts inside that we're not using for pace. Obviously, Neymar can blitz through up the pitch, got loads of pace, can cut inside if he wants to. 5-star skill, 5-star weak foot. And we know if we can just get that ball to Del Piero in a good spot, he's got really good shooting and, of course, 5-star weak foot as well. So he can shoot on whatever foot he likes. And Messi just behind him. Surely that's recipe for success, right? So, yeah, that's who we've got. So the team looks fairly similar to what it did before because we've just upgraded from one Italian to another. And just so you guys know, that Zola card is absolutely outstanding. You know that we've enjoyed him a lot on the Road to Glory over the last week. So if you don't quite have enough coins like me to buy the Del Piero, I would highly, highly, highly recommend that Gianfranco Zola. I think he was brilliant. I definitely think he's a great player. 700k for him seems like an absolute steal. So yeah, like I've sold mine, so there's no, I'm not trying to make coins here or anything. I just want to let you know that he is a great card with lots of agility and just genuinely a very, very enjoyable player on this game. So we go into our first game of the Weekend League, and I don't know what this guy was doing. Perhaps the poor fella was just trying to have some fun in Ultimate Team, which is not really, the Weekend League's not really the place for that. But he had a full Marseille team and a Marseille badge. I would assume he is a Marseille fan from Marseille. But yeah, I mean, he was a good player as well. I don't want to make him like, I don't want to like undermine him by saying like bless him, but yeah, like he was a good player at this game, but obviously our team just like trounced. We out teamed him like 100 to 1, basically, having all the players that we've got in our club. So we went 1-0 up fairly early, went 2-0 up. This is going to be like a fairly easy W for the first game of the weekend league, which is obviously great for our motivation. But yeah, I almost felt bad. I feel a little bit bad beating someone who's clearly just like using his favorite team in the weekend league. But like I said, I think maybe friendlies is the place where you do that, as opposed to the super stressful weekend league, where of course rewards are up for grabs. Everyone here is not trying to have fun; they are trying to go for the win. Yeah, anyway, but try and obviously have fun at the same time. So we're 3-0 up here. Messi pushes forward. Look at the way that he cuts inside of defenders is kind of nuts. What I would say about these first 3 games that I'm going to show you in the rest of this episode is that this is some of the worst gameplay I've had on like a Friday. Even this game right here, like I'm going to beat the guy 6-0. But it was just really weird. No, it's just really heavy gameplay. Skill moves, like the registration of skill moves and actually turning and actually playing passes. Like the pass weight felt horrible. The accuracy felt bad. The way that we would dribble in was like, yeah, Messi makes it look easy here, but there were so many failed opportunities. Like I think even right there when I was moving left and right, I'm pretty sure I probably tried to do a Berber spin or something, but it just didn't register. So yeah, awful server conditions for Friday afternoon. Which is normally not this was before like schools and work kicked out, so this was a time where you wouldn't expect the servers to be under severe stress or anything like that. So I was a little bit disappointed, very disappointed in the actual server health at this time of day. So obviously, yeah, we get a 6-0 win. GG's to that guy, though. If there's one thing I know is that if he carries on in the weekend league with that squad, he will get a few wins. He was a decent FIFA player, just trying to have some fun. So maybe that's the way forward. I don't know. But not for us, of course. We move on, and we come up against a nice squad for the second team. I mean, we've come up against much tougher squads, but again, this guy was a fairly competent player at the game. We end up going 1-0 up with Messi. It took 18 minutes, and I kind of kicked the ball through the defender, so I felt very fortunate that goal went in. And I'd actually had more clear-cut chances in the game that I had bottled. So to score that one, I didn't expect to. You know, with the defender running at me and the one sort of stuttering over, I thought I was going to get AI blocked for sure, but we didn't. And then Del Piero, lovely hold-up play, plays it through to Leo Messi again. We're not going to miss that opportunity, are we? We're, of course, going to just finesse that one round the keeper. 94 shooting on this card is obviously a bit of a madness. However, finesse shots can go absolutely anywhere, really, at this stage, can't they? So we sort of blocked one, but it luckily fell back down to Insigne, who knocks it into Mertens. So my opponent did get a goal back, and it's 2-1 at half-time. This game is absolutely nowhere near done. I'm worried at 2-0, let alone 2-1. But Guardiola finds Leo Messi, and then just that left foot strike, the power and the accuracy behind that, I think is going to be what he would score that a Zola wouldn't score. Not that Zola was left-footed, but I don't even think Neymar scores a shot like that, a cross goal. He has to be a lot closer in and stuff. That is kind of like the Messi effect. He's just got that next level shot that only him and top tier icons and the Cristiano Ronaldos and stuff of this game are going to be able to net. But it was unfortunate to concede that one as well, but we held on at the end to win 3-2. It was, the Mertens shot that sort of come off the goalkeeper and ends up just literally sitting in front of him, ready for a tap in. What are you going to do? But we won, so it's good. So we're 2-0, and we come up against this nice squad. Varane, Lenglet, ter Stegen, inform Hazard, Heung-min Son, Jamie Vardy, the guy who just gets all the luck, all the bounces for him. It's not a squad that I'm looking forward to coming up against. But some nice play, some pretty smart play there. A good Berber spin by Del Piero and a nice lofted ball over to Messi, who then sort of played it over to Griezmann but knocked it back in, and then Messi could just obviously sweat and tap it in. But then my opponent goes and sweats one across goal as well. So it's sort of 1-1 on the across goal pass tap-ins type thing. So yeah, we're 1-1 here. It didn't take him long to respond either. So I was like, ooh, we're in for a tough one. We really are. But a nice ball over again. Messi hanging out wide because he's on free roam, so he can do whatever he likes. Getting past the defender there. And look, he was obviously... I tried that cut across goal pass a couple of times, so the defender was waiting for me to do that. And in my head, I was like... maybe just blast it near post, roof of the net, and it might go in. And that is exactly what happened there. So we end up going 2-1 up, thanks to, one, some absolutely fantastic dribbling to get around Varane, and then two, just the powerful, crazy shot at the near post that can, of course, go in a little bit OP. Then we pick the ball up here. Paulinho knocks it into Del Piero, who I'd put out wide. I'd moved him and Neymar about a little bit, just because I'd actually missed a couple of sitters with Del Piero, and I was like, maybe he's better as a wide cam. I don't know. For the rest of this game, considering it was a tough one, I was like, yeah, okay, we'll put what we know up front, bring Neymar up front, and we should be all good. And then look at this. Like, I get around the goalkeeper, and I end up hitting the post, and I'm just like, okay, right, whatever. But at 4-1, my opponent decides to rage quit and get out of there, and that is good. You know, we obviously wanted him to quit at that point, and we can take a 3-0. So the stats kind of make it look like it was an easy game. Definitely not the case, though. Decent opponent, and we just come away with a couple. You know, we just edged it. I guess we edged it with the team as well, right? So yeah, that is the start to the weekend league. Obviously, a perfect start. Decided to stop at that point just because the servers felt horrible, like I mentioned, and of course I wanted to be a part of all of the stuff that comes out with Footmas. So you'll see from tomorrow's episode, we'll obviously carry on the weekend league, and or maybe we'll just focus on whatever comes out with Footmas. Maybe there's some cool stuff there that we can, you know, put our focus on for a little bit. You never know. But yeah, of course, we'll carry on the weekend league as that goes as well. Guys, do me a massive favour. Hit that thumbs up button. Let's go for 2,500 likes on this Saturday. That would be great. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links are down below. And most importantly, out of everything here, I hope that you guys have an absolutely wonderful day. Have a great weekend. I'll catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.